Hey, how you doing? It's Kawan Mayo, online entrepreneur, six-figure earner, still top affiliate at Royaltie. And you know what? Today I didn't even have time to set up, my HD camera and all that. I just went straight to my old setup to give you the news that you can use because you know what? I told everybody that this day would come, and now we're here. I want everybody to go back to when everyone called me a hater because I said that Asirvia would not last because of just their past and past businesses they had and the owners and the companies that didn't make it then that was actually taken down for being a Ponzi. Documentation. It's all documented. I'm not just talking on my butt. I also said you go with the tech company, not the MLM company, because they're going to function like an MLM and they're going to maneuver like an MLM. So remember all the smoke and mirrors and remember the big secret events and remember all the cruise ships. Now, okay, where did that get us today? You know what that got us today? That got us today, Asirvia going out of business. What do we see right there? Welcome, Asirvia reps and friends. But do you see beacons anywhere on this page? Do you see beacons anywhere on this page? I told you guys that Asirvia, does this logo look familiar? I told you guys that Asirvia would go out of business after December 6th. What did I tell you guys? They tried to kind of rehash the beacon with the do-it-yourself model, but I told you that would fail miserably. And where are we at today? Even after saying that, people want, that cult-like following, got to go down with the ship, right? Got to go down with the Titanic. So they still didn't want to listen. They still, oh, come on, you don't know what you're talking about, and royalty's going to be in the same boat. And if it's over for them, it's over for royalty too. And royalty can't take out ads and blah 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 blah. And I left all the comments up because I said, hey, we'll revisit these comments after December 6th. And you know what? Here we go again. So I'm gonna revisit. I'm gonna use this video and put it on those comments that had so much to say. And I'm pretty sure you're watching right now. Some of you guys are sitting there with egg all over your face, looking stupid. I know a couple of the reps also. I know you feel. I know how you feel right now. I know because you followed the money, you chased the money, you was being greedy, you didn't want to listen. Even when royalty kept giving you an olive branch, you didn't. You looked at it as a negative instead of looking at the bigger picture. Like, look, Serbia is lying to you guys on so many levels, so many different times. How many different times did they keep saying that something was one way when it was really another way? So they already let you know right then and there. Like when they said that Google shut down their beacons, but then because of something at Google, but then our beacons were still working. That was a lie. Or when they were supposed to come out with 1,000, or when they were supposed to be on iPhones, all these different things that never happened. That wasn't a red flag for you. Then I show you guys, look, Better Business Bureau. You got an F rating, we got an A. I mean, come on, common sense. That wasn't good enough for you. Then certain people was not being paid, and people still call me a hater. It's right there on the wall. Look, people aren't being paid. And then we reach out. We say, look, we will pay. As royalty will pay your full balance. So whatever a survey owes you, so they owe you $4,000, we'll pay it. And we have up to $100,000 to pay. So you got this person owes 3,000, that person owes 400, this person royalty was willing to pay it. And you still have people silly enough to go down with the ship. It's still, no, and you guys is being unethical. Okay, wow. Now you're biting the hand that feeds you. Silliness. And then the first time that happened, when they all went, when the beacons went off, royalty reached out. Look, guys, we know you're in the middle of this situation, but you don't have to be. If you want to come over here, we still take care of you. We're activating. What? Royalty spamming us? Oh my God, unethical. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys want to keep looking the gift horse in the mouth? No problem. Where you guys at now? I see every one of you leaders now. Y'all pushing something else and all running, trying to scare you, trying to, keep that income coming, right? Because we got bills to pay. Where does that bring you now? So again, I'm not going to go on this long tangent right now. I'm going to let the owner to go say it himself because documentation beats conversation. And if I say it, you guys is going to say I'm a hater. So let's go see what the owner of a survey has to say.
There's things along the way that were not our fault, but guess what? It still falls up.
Oh, hold up. Let's go to the beginning. Let's go to the beginning.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody joining us is having a wonderful day. My name is Kevin Marino, and I'm going to be going through some information today, and that information is, I know it's a little bit of time coming here, and I just want to go through this, and I want to start by saying that this is, to be your CEO here for the last couple of years has been absolutely an amazing experience, and meeting so many of you, working side by side, shoulder to shoulder. It's been an experience. It's been a privilege. And as many of you know, we've been slowly working toward changing things. And now
Have no choice.
I want to do a little recap, just so everybody understands exactly where we are, where we're going. And for that, what I want to do is kind of let's go back to the beginning for a little bit.
Yeah, let's go back to the beginning.
Obviously, many of you know that I had been in the field for many years, and it came a time where we got together with a few folks and said, hey, you know what? Different things have happened. We'd like to let's put something together and work this together for the field. Let's try and run things from a field perspective.
They left Royaltie.
We began
and tried to do their own thing,
which means to serve, with that in mind, and really have put everything we had literally in the last couple of years into running Asirvia. As we got into the proximity marketing field, very exciting field, still kind of new. Some of obviously the technology is a little up in the air. We really put together a heck of a run. Phenomenal team, phenomenal leadership. Those of you that have been working with us in the field, talking to customers, it has just been an amazing run. When you think about that, we've had nearly 40,000 customers, and between customers and reps, come through in the last 18 months. When you start to think about that, you realize what an amazing feat that is. And I say that's an amazing feat because, as many of you know, we've run into technology struggles. And I think I'm putting that lightly. I think I'm kind of downplaying a little bit. We've definitely had some issues over the year and a half. And we made...
Wait a minute. They had issues, but when they let them tell it, when those issues was happening, there was no issues, right? Okay. Well, he said it. They had issues, but let's move on.
A few changes. Some of them for the good, some of them for the not so good. And we've had a lot of ups and downs. We would make the changes, and we'd have some peaks and some valleys. And the whole point of really putting this all together is being able to put a really good product that you guys can rely on, putting a good back office so you can rely on it. And what I will say is that we definitely, over the last year and a half, have fallen short.
Uh-oh.
I'm not telling you anything you don't know.
Wait a minute. But when I said that, I was hating. The boss say that. What you're going to do? What the cult going to do? What the cult like following going to do? I'm still the hater. I'm the hater because I was just smart enough to see all this coming. Because I was able to see the forest for the trees. I wasn't just drinking the Kool-Aid. That's what's wrong with you guys. You know what's wrong with network marketing? I'm gonna tell you the one thing that's wrong with it is it breeds a cult-like following, and people aren't smart enough to use their own common sense, and they get swayed by webinars and boats and trips and secret meetings and all that crap that don't do anything but keep you blinded from the facts and keep you from using your own God-given common sense. But hey, let him finish talking.
Obviously, we're all on the same page. You guys know that I get on the phone, get on webinars, get on lives, and or from stage. And my goal is to keep it very real, tell you guys exactly, or as close to exactly as humanly possible, where we are, where we're looking to go, and how we plan on getting there. And there's definitely been some missteps along the way, different things that the easiest way to say is there's things along the way that were not our fault, but guess what? It still falls on us. We chose to get into is the technology we chose to use, and as we've been moving further and further about bringing more and more of the technology in house, and obviously you know that every time that we make a change, we make a move, and we've spent significant money over that time to be able to recreate some things that needed to be recreated to bring some of those in-house. The redoing of the platform after trying to utilize a couple platform vendors that didn't work, so we recreated it ourselves.
Trying to do it themselves after leaving Royaltie, and you bit the hand that feeds you, and this is the end result of it. Because God don't like ugly, and you're never going to prosper when you do bad business. So do the bad business, okay? They left Royaltie, and we won't get back into that because that's old news. You can go back and look at those old videos. But y'all left Royaltie, tried to do your own thing, and failed miserably.
Creating the goes ourselves after having issues on that front. Getting to the final, kind of the final straw, that many of you are extremely well aware of at this point in time. Getting to that straw where Google decided that they didn't want to support Nearby anymore, and they were taking it down. Obviously, there are ways around that. Technologically, there are ways around that. And we came to you with a plan. There's a few things that have gotten in our way.
And that plan has failed miserably, basically. That plan was never a good plan to begin with. Like I told you guys, who's going to download an app from a complete stranger in order for you to be able to spam them? That's just common sense. So all that was just buying some time because it was probably nothing to tell you guys anyways. And it was like, hey, we got to tell you something. So let's tell you this. But there's no doubt in my mind that the people with some common sense, went after that, went right into their inbox and right into they started emailing and started calling like, look, that's going to fail miserably. I'm not interested in that business model at all. And they just probably started seeing people just dropping off at alarming rates, or at the very least complaining at alarming rate. And it's like, you know what? This isn't going to work. But again, let him tell it to you.
One is the building of an app and bringing it forth without having a significant field force to bring it out on a widespread basis. What it would end up doing is giving people a false sense that the proximity is back. And that's the last thing we want to do. We want to make sure that when it is brought back and when we do bring that back and offer it again as another technology, as we do that, we want to make sure that the technology is right. Along the way, we've had to rush things. We've had to push things forth prior to them really being ready, and that's been an issue for us because.
Did I not tell you guys that? Did I not tell you guys way before this? I mean, now he's telling you, he's confirming everything I ever said. And the reason why I'm even doing this type of video again, because I had so many people on my bumper about how I was just a hater and I didn't know what I was talking about. And Asirvia is thriving. Ha ha ha. What's up with Royaltie? And if your guys really was doing as good as you said, you wouldn't have to talk about us. Okay, well, where we at now? I know a lot of you guys are going to be quiet now. You're going to be acting like you don't see none of this. Just like when you go to the Royaltie scam page on Facebook and the complaint page, and it's just tons and tons and tons and tons of complaints. But right now you act like you don't see that. You act like you don't answer that when people are talking on that. Everyone act like they don't see it. None of the leaders got anything to say now. See? That's why I told you guys last year, you go with the tech company, not the play company that just teams up with partners. You see? They're doing it already. Look. It didn't even take a week. What is it? December 15th, Google shut down the Nearby December 6th, and you guys are already popping up with some company that has nothing to do with proximity marketing, energy company. Now you guys are an energy company. So before you guys was some health wellness thing, whatever, some pills or something. I don't remember what it was when I first joined. I actually was in Asirvia for a little minute. And then y'all got the beacons. White label, right? Just slapped Royaltie stickers on them. Your stickers on Royaltie beacons. And then, y'all kind of did your own thing. But now you're teaming up with this. And then this ain't even, there's something else they teamed up with. They're teamed up with some text platform. If you go look at this text platform, they got that too. So you teamed up with some text platform. That's what they do. They just partner up. You get the perfect partnerships. People already got their stuff going, and then you just go and weasel your way in there and piggyback off of what they already got going on. That's Asirvia's business model. They're just a high-end white label, if you want to be real with it. But anyways, let him finish.
As you know, we're field guys. You hear us say that all the time. We're out there, and we've done a lot of ready, fire, aim. And that's when you're in the field and you're building a team and you're doing stuff and you're doing training and you run around, building and supporting people. Ready, fire, aim works. What we learned kind of the hard way on the corporate side of thing, ready, fire, aim doesn't work so well, and we've paid the price on that, and obviously, unfortunately, so have many of you who have really worked so hard with us and built a team. We've met not only your teams but your families and you all over in different parts of the country, and it's been, like I said, it's been an absolutely amazing run. So when we realized where we're headed and what's been happening, you heard over the last 2-3 weeks now, on some of the Monday night calls, that things were changing. We had some big announcements coming forward. Things are changing. We had some big announcements coming forward. We didn't want to have to put you off that way, but we needed to really finalize the plans because we were.
They need that. They need to regroup fast before you guys quit, and they had no more. They had no more cash. So at least they could take the money that's coming in from you guys paying for those beacons that ain't working, and then funnel that into this company. And then now, hey guys, we're here to serve. That's the Asirvia. We're here to serve. So this is our new thing, okay? And as long as we're still serving you, then hey, we're not out of business. We're still thriving, man. I hope most people are smarter than this. Like for real. Like I hope a lot of starting to wake up now and see that Kwan wasn't hating. He was really just knew what he was talking about. He was really coming from a place of using some logic and common sense. From day one, anything I've said about Royaltie, has it not came true? Have I ever put any false claim out there about, oh, this is what we're coming out with, and then it didn't come out? Ever. From a beacon to a Wi-Fi to an app to us, anything. Have I ever came up? Have you ever seen the bosses hiding? Have you ever seen the Kevin? Have you ever seen Justin? Can't find him, or does he show up every month, every week, giving a corporate update, letting us know what's really going on, and not smoking mirrors, not hiding behind cruise ships and big events? We're not doing any of that. We're getting, so again, I did enough talking. Let him finish.
We're seeking out companies that we could come together with.
Didn't I say that? Right? Companies that you can partner up with and then piggyback off of what they already got going on.
We could join forces with. And some of the companies that we spoke to were nutritional companies. Some had reached out to us, others that we were doing the seeking. And what we realized is, the folks here, you guys love technology. You love some of the latest and greatest things out there. You want to be able to work. You want to be able to help small businesses grow, compete against the big boys out there. And coming from that perspective, looking at a nutritional company, it just wouldn't be the right fit for the field. The other choices was to
basically, it was too much of a jump to be going from beacons to supplements.
Was to shutter Asirvia until we could recapitalize, redo the technology, and bring it back 6, 9, 12 months down the road. We didn't think that was a really good option.
Because they're not a real tech company, so they didn't have a clue of how to reprogram some beacons to be able to do anything other than what it did, which is work off of nearby and the way it was functioning. So since that was out the door now, they didn't have a clue what to do because all they know how to do is slap a sticker on someone else's product. So since that wasn't going to work anymore, they got to scrambling.
But a few weeks ago, we had the privilege, and I will say it's privilege because I met a woman that runs a company, and she's incredibly accomplished. I mean, she's done a lot of different things. They are a technology company, and I'm going to bring her on here in a minute, and we're going to have some conversations. The synergies between the two companies have been and are amazing. Not only are they on the technology side, but some of the services they have, some of the places where they're heading with their technology is very synergistic to.
So basically, I think you see where we're going with this, right? I mean, I don't think you wanted me to let this play for another 40, 60 minutes, So I think you get the gist of this, right? Basically, like Savion, that was before Asirvia, or however you pronounce it. They like picking these things that people could barely pronounce. But basically, that was a failed product. And you know what? I don't fault nobody for a business that fails because that's part of business. Some things are going to make it, some things ain't. Some things are going to be a hit, some things are going to be a miss. BTS was a hit for me for years. It's no longer a company. You see what I mean? So I get that. But the thing I never respect is when you act like everything's fine. Like the whole time they act like everything was fine. Beacons work. You get what you had paid for. You know, things are gonna show up. This is what we're gonna do. You made these big claims that never happened. And I kept telling everybody that's not gonna happen. They're lying. That you can't be on an iPhone. It just can't be done without an app. I told everybody, you know, certain things you just can't do. So how was they gonna pull it off? And then they was gonna be able to pull off what actual companies that own that manufacture beacons couldn't put off. Like that was just common sense to me, but it wasn't common sense to everybody. And really, I think a lot of times we just lie to ourselves. We know the real, but it's the fact that it's that cult like mentality that we just go down with the ship. Okay, so it's funny that we come here because I told everybody this last year. I said, okay, let's just wait. Let's wait. But I guarantee you that at the end, you'll see Royaltie still doing what they're doing, scaling it up, being innovative, and staying within the space. See, when we come out with new products, it still makes sense. It stays within what you started with. It doesn't go from here to here. Like it doesn't just go like even right now. Okay, innovative products right here. They talk about energy and stuff. That has nothing to do with a beacon. So imagine all the clients. Like if you built your whole customer base off of people that bought proximity marketing beacons for their business, how are you selling them now on electricity or energy or anything of that sort like that? And if it ain't has something to do with literally marketing or advertising, it's not going to work. You're going to literally lose a ton of customers because some people are literally just customers. It's common sense, right? So it makes no sense. And that's what's funny that when Royaltie was making certain moves to the proximity marketing community, what Royaltie was doing, it makes sense. Oh, Wi-Fi, oh, that's not new. Who cares about that? Oh wow, an app. Why'd you come out with an app? You should have came out with a platform. Well, how good is those platforms going to do you now? You do it yourself, guys. I know some of you guys are watching my thing right now. You're kicking yourself. Please tell me, how well is that platform doing for you right now? Like literally, it's trash now, right? It's just a big old. It's something that just looks attractive, nice little beacons. It's gonna look attractive just sitting on your dresser, but don't do nothing. Going to do literally nothing. Imagine the people that really went crazy and went bought big old boxes of beacons. I got beacons everywhere. Look, beacons, beacons, beacons. I ain't gonna name these people, but you know what they are. Beacons, beacons. Look it. I ain't need Royaltie. Okay, what'd that do for you? Where you at now? That's why you don't bite the hand that feeds you. That's why sometimes people say just because you can do something on me, you always should. Yeah, I could have tried to get my own platform and program my own beacons and all that, but why am I gonna do that? Royaltie showed me the way. Why I'm gonna be disloyal? Why I'm gonna go out my way to try to do it myself, only for it to blow up in my face? Now I stick with the company that knows it better than me, and I don't have to worry about that. Now when they scale up, I get to scale up with them. Now that they was smart enough to say, look, when Google started playing games with people's beacons last year, they knew that any day that this could happen. So they already started coming up with a contingency plan. Get out of jail free card, right? And that's exactly what we have. So now we advertise on native apps that people already have and use. You don't have to download no app that you don't use already. We're already taking advantage of, thousands and thousands of apps in the app networks. We're already showing up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that. Even some of the duplicates are already trying to duplicate. They can't even duplicate the right because they can't afford to be on the major networks. They end up being on some defunct apps that no one cares about. You see what I'm saying? But Asirvia can even do that because this is expensive. And just for the people that's going to watch this, because I know how haters are, the trolls, you're not doing anything new. Never said we are. We ain't invent the wheel. We just made the wheel practical. We made it so it's affordable for the small business owner. We made it so now you can pay $98 down, $29 a month. Yeah, price is going up. But for right now, $98 down, $29 a month. And then in return, you end up being able to push your ad out to multiple apps and platforms at once and be able to get a guaranteed amount of impressions without having to worry about going over your budget. Maybe, being able to having to log into different accounts to be able to send out these different ads. We streamlined the process on top of still have all of our other products that we was able to add to our arsenal. So now when you're talking to a client, you can present a whole solution to them and not just a beacon. Told you guys at the beginning of the year it's going to be bigger than beacons in 2018, and some people didn't have a clue what I was talking about. Now everybody understands what I'm talking about. Everybody. Some people saying, "Quan, you genius, man, you called it." Yes, I did. But you know what? If you was just paying attention and going against and not going against your own common sense, you called it too. You knew the writing was already on the wall. We all knew we was going to end up in this place. But some of you guys let the money blind you. So now what's that going to do? All you guys that was money hungry, some of you guys know you are too. You talk to me personally. Kawan, why don't you bring your team over here? Kawan, if you was over here, you make so much more money. Kawan. Okay, well, what good is that going to do you now? Because now you got to rebuild. You got to take that whole team and take them someplace else. Or you're going to try and sell them on this new business model for Asirvia. You know, like I know, that you're about to lose a ton of people. Some people will go down with the ship, so you'll get the cult followers. Maybe they top leaders and stuff. They got so much invested, they'll stay. But everybody else, they're out of here. Somebody that just had 1 or 2 beacons, no sales, they're out of here. Honestly. So we're going to try this one more time. Y'all wanted to look a gift horse in the mouth all throughout the years. We're going to try this one more time. If you was used to being a server, you want to come home to Royaltie, it's not a problem. Let's go. Don't make it a pride thing. This is money. So you know what I mean? If you still got customers that was here for advertising, not for electricity or whatever else, y'all gonna end up getting pushed on. Because all server gonna do is put their stick on anything they can find. They be like, "Whoo, there we go. Now we got boxes. Look, they work perfect." You know, like anything you can find. Look at the Asirvia marker, because we're here to serve, and this marker is going to serve you well when you write. So the new Asirvia marker, like, they don't care what it is as long as it can make money. But that's not always the best route to go, because like I said, you confuse your market, and we're not here to confuse our market. So I'm gonna end it now because this is already getting a little long. I think you guys see where I'm going with this. If you want to come over, you want to keep your existing, team and all that intact and be able to just have a smoother transition, all you gotta do is sell them on a model that's actually better anyways. The old business model, I will agree with them, but didn't really work as well with the having to have the nearby on, plus the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, go on your notifications. I mean, it was a lot. This business model, not so much. So it's easier to sell a customer that was already in the old business model now onto the new business model. I say, look, you was already comfortable with the old. Let me show you what we have now. Now we can be on iPhones. Oh, really? Yes. Now you don't have to worry about the nearby being on. Really? Yep. Now you can show up on iPhones. I said that nearby, and not only that, you get the now you ain't just have the 40 character message. Now you can actually put a picture with your 40 character. Oh, really? Yeah, and you're not just stuck to just the 40 characters. Like, so much more positive things that you can say, wow, if you was already excited about the other one, you're really gonna be excited about this. And what if I told you your ad pops up on Facebook now? Conversation's over. They're sold. So if you're in a situation where you're scrambling, you're trying to figure it out, and you don't know what you're gonna do, come home. Come over to Royaltie. If not, hey, like I said, if you guys really think we're just thirsty, and that's why we're telling it to you, well, you keep thinking that, because I've been making every bit of $11,000 a month or more. Like I said, that's the minimum or more since July and August of 2017 of being in Royaltie. So you do the math on that. So if you really think we're thirsty, hungry, and I have the biggest team, I have over 800, and let me look on that board, as of now, 24. 820, oh, excuse me, wait, we had 28. 828 people on my team that I put in personally. That doesn't even include what they put in and who they put in, and we get paid down 6 levels now. So no one's thirsty here. We're just trying to really help you out. So again, don't let your pride get in the way of your pockets. Okay? For real. With that being said, if you like what you hear, you say, yeah, I'm ready, Kwan. I'm over it. I'm done going against what you're saying and watching it blow up in my face. I'm ready to join today. Then let's do so. Get money like a boss.com. Hit the links below and we'll get you going. If you're not ready, you still got questions, you want to know how we're able to pop up on these major app networks, then call me 619-306-9453 and I'll help you get going. That being said, appreciate you. If you stayed this long, thank you. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. That means you really, really deal with me. All right, with that being said, appreciate you. See you on the next video. Have a blessed day.